ready for another lesson?
Hey now.
Feel the funk.
I feel it.
Feel the funk.
I feel it. Papa Schwartz, big fan of the new intro music. He says he likes the original better.
I was gonna say I think he didn't like it. I thought he didn't like the new stuff.
He doesn't like that we don't have the
other
old
one
stuff
on hand.
Yes. And he says he still prefers the down, 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 down.
The original.
Down, which, like, you know.
Yeah, the original, what was it?
The OGs are always better.
Yeah, the
than
original.
The remakes.
What's the word I'm looking for? Free to play. Free to use.
Diegetic.
Not diegetic. But okay. Oh, we're starting off strong.
Yes, we are.
What are we on? Year 3.
That's weird.
We
to
are.
Say. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your third year of Casual Movie Talk. Well, I guess we're entering year 4, yeah?
Yeah.
End of year 3.
What's more
completed year
crazy,
3.
though, is that we started this in COVID, and that now means that we're 3 years past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird,
that's
too.
Insane. Dude.
That's weird to me as well. I was 19, technically, when we started this podcast. I mean, a week away from turning 20, so like I barely count it, but hey, it counts.
Yeah.
But a lad.
I think saying you started a podcast at 19 instead of 20, I think that sounds just a little bit better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You get that
Soon you'll
get
be-
that teen in there, and you feel just a little bit better about yourself.
You know the Forbes 30 under 30?
Yes, I strive to be on that one day.
I was reading
The clock's ticking.
a Twitter thread the other day that was like Forbes 30 under 30 of the past like 10 years and how many of them were have either gone bankrupt or arrested for like fraud and
Okay.
shit, and it's like 80%.
Oh,
like
lovely.
it's aggressive
Really?
amounts. Yeah.
Nice. All right, maybe I'd no longer strive to be on that
Yeah,
list.
it turns out like everyone like if you're a 30 under 30, you're probably doing some horrible shit to other people. To,
Ninja,
like,
I'm on to you, Ninja.
to like anyone that's like built up a business or something like that, most of the
Gotcha.
time it's either like gone under or it's like 100%
That's
fraud.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I know they've been throwing on some like content creators and like
Oh yeah,
internet people
100%.
past
Like
couple years as
that'll
well.
definitely be on there 100%
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But that's funny. That's really really
yeah,
funny.
one of those things is just no one really thinks to check, I guess, as well too,
Yeah,
right?
how fraudulent their businesses are. Yeah, makes sense. Good job. Good journalism, Forbes. Nice. But anyway, yeah. Welcome, listeners. Welcome back to Back Row Banter, your favorite casual movie talk podcast. This is 3-year anniversary episode. Can we get some like applause or like a confetti? Do we have confetti?
Yeah. 3 years is a lot, though. Like,
Dude, it
I don't
is.
know if podcast.
Sorry.
Here,
Fading out the applause there.
Did
Blake say he doesn't know another podcast?
and then I think we lost his mic.
Oh no, not again.
Blake doesn't know any other podcasts, guys.
Blake he only listens to Back Row
Only
Banter,
listens to Back Row Banter.
and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, and he watches. He just watches TV.
Have you introduced anyone onto this this episode yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're getting there.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. 3 years.
3 years.
What a time to be alive. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Adam Schwartz. Joined today by I didn't come up with the names for you guys. The Nizza Nathaniel.
What up, folks?
Nathaniel Gingrich.
I'm the Nizza, and occasionally I'm Nathaniel.
More often Nizza though.
Yeah, it's my default.
Yeah.
I've changed my name legally.
Good, as you should.
It raised some eyebrows, but it is what it is. They were mostly because they were like, you have a 9-letter name. Why are you going to a 3-letter one? And I was like, it fits more on, fits easier on credit cards.
Right.
True.
Easier to save in a phone.
Right. Makes traveling a bitch, I bet.
Not as much as you think. Most of the time they just don't know how to pronounce it, and I have to say, just like RZA, as well too, or SZA, if they're want a more current reference.
Yeah.
I suppose.
SZA. Yeah. That is a good current reference. Yeah. I think the more people would understand that than what was the other one? RZA?
RZA. Yeah.
See, I barely even know. Also joining us today, and as usual for the past couple of years, it's El Trabajo, Tyler Verdalis.
What's going on?
The work.
Just putting in work every day.
Yeah.
That I believe.
That I do believe.
For all of us at the moment, actually.
Yeah. God.
Just the general world
It's
seems to be
also-
putting in work right now.
Yeah, 3 years, but then also like I'm thinking about it like, wow, we're already in July of 2023. Where
I mean,
where did all the time go?
You're soon to discover that when you get older, time goes faster.
Yes, no, I know. I have found that out, Nathaniel. I've found that to be true.
It sucks.
Yeah, well, isn't it just like as you get older, the time you experience is a smaller and smaller fraction of the time you've experienced as a
Right.
whole. So it just your time in your life accelerates
That's right.
basically as you get older. That's a scary thought.
Or is it fun? Because basically we're just on a giant mass acceleration at all times. Eventually we experience time all the time.
Oh, maybe when you die, you just accelerate
Yeah, that's right.
into oblivion.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? I like that.
That's what it could be. It's the rock and roller coaster of life.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that at all. Sounds cool.
And we're deep on our 3rd year episode here.
Yeah. Yeah. Rounding out the squadron, of course. It's Big Cat BlakeHolder.
Okay, I like the OG name.
Oh yeah. That was what, episode 2 or 3?
Yeah, something like
was
that.
an early
and I
on.
still
It
haven't
was
broke
very,
down again.
very
cat,
early
but
on.
maybe I will one of these days.
You got a cat? I thought you
No,
said,
I have not.
Yeah,
I have
I
not.
thought you said you aren't really that much of a cat person.
I mean, I
Pet wise.
am.
I think he's a cat
I just-
respecter.
yeah, it's probably more valid. And cats are just a lot going out, man. I mean, that thing's like all over. Like things on your kitchen table. It's on top of your cabinets.
I'm worried
lot
about
of things going
my
on.
computer wires. I got a lot going
Yeah.
on with my computer setup, as you can imagine.
For
You
sure.
know, I've got my
They're also
camera,
notorious for like
2
knocking shit
monitors.
over intentionally.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that makes me really nervous about the cat thing.
Yeah.
Is my all my wires.
Maybe one day, fellas, I may break down.
Yeah.
You know what? Never choose wires. Never choose wires.
A bird.
Fish.
Spiders.
Damn.
Ah, close. Not really close, but makes sense.
Spiders and fish.
Spiders, yeah, spiders. You know what?
Same
You're not
family.
wrong. You're not wrong, Blake. The spiders do not chew wires.
Spiders don't chew wires.
Yeah.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
true.
seen one, but of course,
if
as we've established on pod, if it makes noise, it's dead. And if it makes noise, who knows? Maybe it could chew a wire.
But maybe that's how Miles Morales, maybe that's how that spider got electric powers. Maybe it chewed through a
Yeah,
wire.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Then maybe I want my spiders chewing my wires.
Just so you could have electric
Yeah, but
spiders running around? Is that what you're aiming for?
Yeah, but I'd probably kill them before they had a chance to bite me. Like I wouldn't like.
Would you all sacrifice being bitten by a spider for powers?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
What if it was like
Instantly.
not like the little house spider, but like
It's the size of a dog.
Shit from,
No.
shit from Australia.
If I know I'm
no,
gonna
it's the
survive,
size of a dog.
and
It's
I-
the size of a
Oh
dog.
man, no way, I'm cool, bro.
And
I
you
don't know if
have
I'd
to do
survive
it.
that though. I don't know.
No, it's gonna bite your leg.
Ow.
Yeah, my God, can you imagine?
But I
the
make a
spider-sized
full,
dog?
but I
So
make
that
a
we're now
full
talking about-
recovery, and I have Spider-Man powers.
Yeah,
afterwards.
but I strap you
Yeah.
to a chair and I release the spider the size of a dog into the room with you, and you're blindfolded.
Well, okay. Well, now,
So
now,
for
what
context,
kind of
we're now
dog?
talking about a spider that weighs probably north of like 50 pounds.
Oh, Jesus.
Which spiders in general probably weigh several ounces.
Yeah, no, this is
Like
a,
grams.
this is a German Shepherd sized dog.
Oh,
But you get powers.
So do you know how big
Oh,
that
my
spider would have
God.
to be, just like on a mask index scale, to weigh that much? I mean, that thing's got to be.
well, the funny thing is those
Fucking
things
8 feet,
existed
9
probably prehistoric times.
Maybe.
You know.
Ew, no.
You ever seen 8-Legged Freaks?
No.
8-legged freaks. David Arquette's finest role. Not really. But
Yeah.
I have seen that
have
movie.
seen that though.
Yeah.
Adam, have you seen 8-Legged Freaks?
I've not.
Classic like schlock
Figured.
movie from like 2003, I think.
For sure. Yeah. That was like a sleepover film. You know,
Every
like middle school.
every
Yeah.
generation needs a scary spider movie. There hasn't been one for a while. There was Arachnophobia. There was Eight-Legged Freaks. There's probably something in the 50s where they blew it up with like nuclear reaction, so it was
The
the size. So it was the size of a house or whatever. Needs to
Wait, when
be a
is
new scary.
Arachnophobia?
That was the 80s, 90s.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I had in my head that was a little earlier, like at least like 70s or 60s.
No. Every generation, we need a scary spider movie.
All right,
Maybe that's what.
I'll go make one.
Perfect. Thank you. That's
And
what I was asking.
And it's going to be a short film where I strap someone in a chair and then I have like an
A
animatronic
dog-sized spider.
dog-sized spider.
And just
And it's
don't
just a
worry.
would you rather.
Don't worry, you'll get powers.
Yeah, promise. Well, we're off early.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah, but it's a casual ep, you know.
It is. It's an
Um,
anniversary episode. Some say.
Some would say. Apologies if you wanted us to review Indiana Jones. Nathaniel, you saw
I did.
the movie, correct?
I did.
Would you like to give us a 60-second review?
Ooh, 60-second review. Yeah.
Timer starting now.
Let's see. I very much enjoyed the movie itself. I think partially because and I think I'm finding this more and more that I personally have said goodbye to certain characters in the past at this point. So now when new stuff comes out, it's not like I feel necessarily like it's a huge deal or anything like that. It's just kind of like I'm able to get some separation from it, right? But particularly with this one, this is the first time where I have felt like in this era of legacy sequels and requels and stuff, by continuing this character's story, we're kind of ruining the ending that we gave him in the previous film, right? Like, we're not just coming back for another adventure. We're kind of we're putting more into what has happened, and now he's 80 and he doesn't really have that much of a if the end of the story is he rides off into the sunset and lives the rest of his life happy. Indiana Jones is at an age now where he ain't got that much time left,
Right.
no matter how you look at it, right? So that's just charting more of the course out, and I don't know. I think that for me was a little bit weird, but the film itself was fun. I thought it was I thought in terms of matching up with the originals and the Spielberg ones in terms of where it goes with the treasure and the story and that kind of thing, I think it fits pretty well in there. Obviously, Harrison Ford is great. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a really good addition in there. I think they have great chemistry. But it is definitely lacking the Spielberg of it all, which I think is a take that has been echoed quite a bit overall. But it really does have that feeling in there of oh, this is missing a little something, and missing Spielberg is kind of a big deal. So yeah, I'd give it a 6.5, 7 out of 10 if I was ranking it or anything like that. Do I think it's worth your time going out and seeing it in a movie theater? If you like Harrison Ford and you like Indiana Jones and you like Mads Mikkelsen, probably. If you're going there looking for the spectacle of the originals, maybe wait.
That was more than
Fair.
60 seconds, but I'll allow it.
Sorry.
I'm mad now.
Big mad.
Big mad. Better than Crystal Skull?
Tough because I feel like Crystal Skull is going through a bit of a renaissance at the moment
Is
as well too. Yeah, I feel like people are.
I was
kinda
unaware of this renaissance.
No, I think people are kind of being kind of giving it a second a reappraisal.
Okay.
I feel like this is tied with Crystal Skull.
Okay.
I think more and more it feels like there's the first 3 trilogy,
Right.
which are their own thing and are kind of like that, and then there's this kind of the pieces that are removed from it, and for me those are of pretty much equal quality.
Got
But
it.
the first 3 do stand head and shoulders above the rest.
Got it. Fair enough. Well, thank you. That was a not so 60-second review with the Nizza.
That's me, folks. But yeah, I think if you like other Indiana Jones movies, check it out. It's Indiana Jones, you know?
It's Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana Jones.
All right. Well, with that all being said, let's get into our not main review segment, but our main just segment.
Main segment, yeah.
In honor of our 3-year anniversary episode, which, like, man, 3 years. That's awesome. We are going to do what we've done in the past, what's in line with what we've done in our previous anniversary episodes, which is our top 5 reviews from the year. So of the movies we reviewed in year 3 of Back Row Banter, which are our top 5 movies. So we did that for year 1 and 2. I believe we did what we did in years 1 and 2 was top 5 and bottom 5, or top 5, bottom 3, something along those lines.
I think so, yeah.
Instead, I think we're just going to do top 5 today. And rather than like doing bottom 3, we're going to do a long-awaited and, let's be honest, listeners, much needed Back Row Banter Entropy List Council hearing, where we will each present to the floor a movie to be moved up or down in ranking on the Entropy List. Present your argument, and if a vote of the other 3 fellow co-hosts goes in favor 2 to 1, if 2 people vote in favor, we will go ahead and make the amendment pass. So basically, we're gonna make some adjustments to our Entropy List to maybe flesh it out a little bit, because things got a little wacky here and there, and that's part of the fun. But also,
It's been a long 3 years,
it's
folks.
been a long 3 years, and as wonky and as fun as it is, sometimes it gets a little too out of whack. And so we're just gonna see if we can maybe make some adjustments to it that we think are fair and balance everything out a little bit. If that upsets you, too bad.
Deal with it.
It's part of the Entropy List. It's chaos.
That's right.
And
It's not your fucking podcast.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah,
that
I
too.
think 3 years was the right time though to start making
Right.
some of these changes, fellas. I mean, I think podcasts like age in dog years too. So this 3 years is really
21.
north of like 18.
Our
21,
podcast
you
can
know,
drink
so
now. Yeah, that's Back Row Banter
Yeah,
can
so
drink.
it's-
Cheers.
good to get some change.
Indeed it is. All right. And I forgot, in our top 5 segment, we're also going to do, before you give your top 5, the other 3 are going to have to try and guess as many as they can out of your 5.
Ooh,
We're still doing that, yeah?
I'm down, yeah.
yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Add an element of competition into this old bad boy.
I want to start off with the Nizza.
Okay.
Your top 5 now before you go. Now the 3 of us are collectively trying to guess your top 5, yeah? Or is it each of us?
I think
get
that was
a guess?
I think that was the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Year 3, if you're wondering for yourself, started with a review of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, so this would have been like July 7th or 8th of last year.
July 14th is when that episode was launched. Yeah. That being said,
Now, for clarity, we are doing episodes that we have done, or we are doing movies we have done on the podcast, not necessarily movies that came
Correct.
out in 2023
Correct.
or 2022.
Correct.
2023.
your top 5 movies that we have reviewed.
Yeah, just
on
so
the podcast.
just so listeners know.
Yes. All right, starting at Thor: Love and Thunder, looking at this list, I'm going to start writing down the ones that I think could be on here. And Blake and Tyler, you guys give me shout out any ones you see on here that you think could be on Nathaniel's list. I think Nope.
Yeah.
Nope is probably on there. That's, I'm going to go.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to start with that though.
I want to list out some, and then we can pick
Okay,
from there.
I
You know,
gotcha.
I think I'm going to go through kind of almost not necessarily one at a time, but I'm going to pick out some ones I think
skim
could
through.
be on
I'm
there,
following you with you.
I wonder if Bullet Train is on there. I know Nathaniel did like Bullet Train.
Yeah, I would doubt it.
Prey?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Midsommar.
That's possible.
Possible. Okay, we will put that down. I think Nope and Midsommar are pretty
Yeah.
high chances there. John Wick, probably not. Coherence.
Yeah.
I know Nathaniel was the one to recommend
he does like
Coherence.
Coherence though. Coherence.
He did
Nathaniel
say
put me on Coherence back in like 2018.
Right. He did say
He
this
does
was
like
one
Coherence.
where he saw it, I think, at a film festival, and he was like, it was like the 3rd film he watched in a day. He was exhausted,
Yeah.
had no idea what to expect, and was blown away. Does he have that much of a soft spot for Coherence, though?
Let's keep it.
I'll put it on the
top
maybe
if it's
list, I
possible.
think. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on the maybe
And
list.
then one of the Lord of the Rings has to be on there.
Yes,
for
and
sure.
I think he said Fellowship is his favorite.
No, Two Towers.
Two Towers is his favorite. That's right, because you two differ.
Not that we differ. It's just a vast majority will take Two Towers over the Fellowship.
See,
And he is part. I know for a fact.
you know for a
he's part of
fact
that.
he's Two Towers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
I know. Don't worry, Darling's not there. Alien. Is Alien
Possible. I
Ooh.
doubt it though.
Alien is one I know he has on DVD, so I think it could be up there.
It is a classic.
It's horror, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhat foundational horror for Nathaniel.
Yeah, that's
Somewhat.
partial DNA.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is partial DNA. I'm going to put that on the maybe list. I definitely think that could come off.
Yeah, going through skipping some of these,
yeah.
the next one that really stands out, I would probably get to Avatar: Way of Water. He was pretty big on that one.
He was pretty big on that one, so I will give you that. I'm
That might
also
be possible to be on
going
there.
to go
The Fabelmans?
the one step below that.
Yeah.
The week before was Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which
Yeah, I was kind of fiddling that one.
which of course we know is
That's his
got a
guy.
soft spot. Yeah, that's his guy. American Psycho. I don't think he put it. I think he's of course, very high on that, but I don't think he put it on his list. Unless you guys disagree.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Unless you guys
no,
disagree.
I
I don't
agree
think
with you. I
that's in
agree
his
with you.
top 5 for the past year. The Fabelmans is one I know he was very high on.
Possible. Birthday selection.
That was a birthday. Yes, that you know what? Yes,
Oh,
that
you
was
know-
also
you
a
know
birthday
what,
selection.
it's
He had
held
some
high in his
drinks in
heart,
him when
for
he
sure.
saw the film. He missed the first couple minutes, but it didn't seem to bother him. He loved the the camera and the use of film.
Yeah. Probably skip a few of those. There's the other
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, but I guess we've already accounted for that.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, probably not. I know it was
John
close.
Wick Chapter 4. I think he's more likely to have 4 than 1 on there.
He's definitely more likely to have 4 than 1 on there, but I also remember him being, I think maybe did he put that the lowest on the entry list compared to all of us? I think I brought it up really high, I remember.
For sure.
And I
remember
don't
you were higher.
remember him being, I remember him liking it, but I don't think it's a top 5 for him in the past year.
Yeah. Then I think you skip a ton of them. You like Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, I liked it. I love it.
No Country for Old Men, I say, is plausible to be on that maybe list as well.
It is plausible. Okay.
So, I mean, that puts us at maybe like 9. And now we just got to
Yeah.
we got to start
Do
shooting.
we think he put
Which one are we
do we
most
think he
confident
put
in so we
across
can
the
continue
Spider-Verse?
shooting?
Is across
Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
I agree.
Okay, so Lord of the
I
Rings, Two Towers is on there, you think?
Yeah, I think
100%.
that's final answer. That's the first shot.
Okay, so we have Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. And for clarity, listeners, we don't have to guess the order. We are just aiming for listing all 5. But we do not
Right.
have to guess the correct order.
But Nathaniel's going to have to confirm each guess we have. If we get it right, we can keep guessing. If not,
I think we should just do. We'll list our 5 and see how many we can get.
You want to do that? You wanna
Yeah,
do
I
that
think
way?
we only truly. I think, and then I think whichever group of 3 gets the most, that group of 3 wins.
Okay.
And then whoever gets guessed highest loses because they're the most predictable.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit more.
I'm
fun.
fine with that. I'm fine with that.
All right.
All right. Let's rock the second Lord of the Rings, as
So
Tyler's saying.
Two Towers is on there as a lock. Do we
Aliens is also on there.
think you think Aliens is on there as a lock?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I could agree with that. Nope. He was pretty high on Nope. He's seen it now.
He did bring it up.
He
the other day.
He
I
brought it
don't
up
know if
yesterday.
it's-
So there's a chance there's recency bias here, where he
Yeah.
saw it yesterday and was like, "I do really like this movie." After I think his 3rd watch.
The thing is, though, fellas, I think I'm more confident in Coherence being on there than.
Really,
I think I would have to agree with that.
you guys
Yeah.
think you think his Coherence is on there, but Nope isn't. Okay, then
But I don't know how confident I am from top to bottom of
Not
Coherence
saying that
being on
Nope
there.
isn't, but like
Right.
Coherence is more.
So
than
you
likely
really
on
you
there.
guys are both locked in on Coherence. You think it's on there?
I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
against you guys at
let's do
all.
it.
I think there's a high chance Coherence is on there. But I do think there might be movies above that on here. Okay, but moving on.
So we got 3 right now, right?
Right now we have 3. We have Two Towers, we have Coherence, and we have Aliens.
Alien.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
That's
It's a
also
tough
possible,
one.
bro.
It's a tough one. I think
So what about
I
that
think
or
there are other
that or the
movies on here he
Fablemans?
wants
What
to
do
put
you
above there.
What are you guys pushing more?
I would say Avatar is above the Fablemans.
Okay.
Avatar is probably above the Fablemans, yes.
Because I do think he was the biggest on Avatar of us 4. I'm not
Me and him
mistaken.
are pretty high, yeah. But
Okay.
he might have even been higher than I. So I think Avatar, there's a good chance it's on there.
You want? Do we want to lock it in, fellas?
I'll lock that in, actually. I think, are you guys willing
Okay.
to? Ty?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So is that 4?
That is 4. So we are between Nope, Midsommar, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and No Country for Old Men. I think
Oh man, that's
I
fucking
think
tough.
it's Pinocchio or Midsommar. I think it's one of those two.
Yeah, I think.
And I'm leaning towards Midsommar.
It's between what and what? Midsummer and what?
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh, Midsommar.
And well, No Country for Old
I'm
Men
also-
is still on there.
I
possible,
think
right?
Midsommar is above. I think both those movies are above No
Okay.
Country. I don't think No Country's on this list.
Yeah, I think.
I think Midsommar is the answer.
that would probably be my gut as well.
Because I think he liked Pinocchio a lot and obviously loves Del Toro, but I don't think it was close to his favorite Del Toro film.
Yeah, I'd probably lock that in with you.
Midsommar? Okay, let's review this list to make
Yeah.
sure we're good with it. We have Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Aliens, Coherence, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Midsommar.
Yeah, no order, of course. No order.
No order. Are we good with that list?
Let's lock it in.
All right, we're locking it in.
You're-
Nathaniel, give us your list.
How many? Of
You're
those we got
damn
right?
close. Damn close. I think between my list and my honorable mentions, you cleared the list. Like there wasn't anything on there that wasn't up for consideration at
I
the
see.
point. So yeah, I will say my top 5 actually was.
Start at 5.
There's no order here. There's
Oh, you have no order.
No,
Okay.
I have no order. These were definitely just my 5 films from the year that if you were gonna ask me like, hey, which
Yeah.
are these? It's gonna be these guys. So, Coherence was on there. So we have Coherence, Two Towers on there, nailed.
Yep.
Alien was on there.
Yeah.
And then I did actually go Nope.
I knew it,
And-
man. I knew it.
And then I did go Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oof, we were so close.
And that was just because that version of Pinocchio has become kind of the definitive version for me. I think it's something that like took the version I grew up with and like kind of reoriented it and gave it more depth and was just, yeah, really spoke to me. And then Nope is just like, for me, it was probably my favorite time I had at the movies last year in terms of just kind of chilling. And it was just
Yeah.
been like, and again, I was talking about this yesterday actually because I did rewatch it yesterday, so maybe a little bit of recency bias.
That's what I was
but-
saying. I was like, he loves this movie.
But
Just
like,
watched
it's
it.
just
gotta
it's
be on
Jaws
this
in the sky, which is awesome.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
So yeah, on the honorable mentions, I think I had Across the Spider-Verse, Avatar 2, Too Wet, Too Blue, Fablemans, John Wick 4, and then there was one that you guys brought up that I definitely wanted to have on there as well too. But yeah, you guys were really, really close. I was definitely concerned there that you were going 5 for 5.
I knew Nope was on there. Damn it. All right. Well,
What's crazy?
3 out of 5.
is
Still
I
pretty good.
almost rewatched Nope. It was maybe like a week ago. I caught it on Amazon Prime.
For
I was
sure.
like, ooh. And then I just didn't end up clicking. I think I end up going to something else that had a little shorter run time. But yeah, I need to rewatch that.
Who's next?
But we got 3, right? We're
Yeah,
3
we got
for
3.
5
We got 3 out of 5.
You got
there.
3 out of 5, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
You choose, Nathaniel.
Yeah, why don't you choose?
Oh damn! I feel like I'm gonna do so much worse at this than you guys did for me. Let's go. Let's go, Blake. Let's get you out the
Blake.
way.
I like it.
All right.
All right.
Midsummer on there.
Yep.
No question about it.
All right, yeah, let's get a short list here going. But Midsommar is probably a lock.
Is Nope on there?
I don't
I don't think
so.
so. I don't think
I think
so.
there's other stuff on there.
So definitely no superhero movies.
It's a
we
maybe
know we
column.
know that.
Well, the Spider-Man, he loved.
He did love Across the
Spider-Verse,
Spider-Verse.
Across Spider-Verse.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that's I think
Beyond
on there
that
as well.
one, yeah, yep.
But besides that, I don't think so. American Psycho,
Okay.
I think, is on there. Bullet Train,
That was one I was thinking was like a maybe.
I think we'll put on the maybe list. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking both Terminators as well too.
Okay. T1 and T2.
If
I don't know.
T2 for sure. T1 is definitely
Yeah, I think there's
a
movies.
high probability, but there might be something else.
T2 is on a short list. Yeah, I don't think T1's
Now
on
here's
there,
my floater for you: Evil Dead. So we know Adam's not gonna be on it, but
though. Of course, but
you know, I'm trying to look through here for Blake's horror movies, man. So we got Evil Dead, we got The Blackening,
I'm thinking Predator or Prey. I think Prey might be on there.
Prey, Scream 6,
He did like Scream 6 a lot. Did he?
Knock at the Cabin, but I don't know if we're counting those.
I don't think he watched that one.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
All right, well then what about The Menu?
Ooh.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But Anya Taylor-Joy.
True. That's the other thing. Can't forget Don't Worry Darling with Florence
I don't
Pugh.
think. I don't think.
That'd be a
I
good
don't
guess.
think Don't Worry, Darling is on there. Just because. Yeah, but The Menu's closer. But I don't. Man, I don't know. I think Prey is on there. He
You
loves
think
Prey.
All right.
I think Prey is on.
that was one that I
Prey
would
was
definitely.
fucking lit, bro.
Okay, now you were big on Bodies. But
I
was Blake big on Bodies?
No,
Is the
'cause
other
it
thing I
had
can't
Pete
remember.
Davidson.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the sole
That
reason.
wasn't the
that's
sole
probably
reason?
my sole reason.
Yeah, I think that's more tied to it.
Yeah, that wasn't the sole reason, but I don't think he was as big on it as I was. X wasn't
No, that
year
wasn't this
3.
year.
That was
No.
year 2.
Yeah, it was year
X
2.
gonna give it to you. Sorry.
He's definitely not any of the Lord of the Rings. He's definitely not Halloween Ends. Definitely not. Glass Onion. Did he like Glass Onion? I think he did, but is it top 5? I don't think it's top 5 for Blake.
All right. So what's our list currently?
Currently, is locks. We have Midsommar, Across the Spider-Verse, and American Psycho.
Alien.
We don't have Alien, but that's probably. I think I'm going on the maybe list.
Yeah,
on the
that
maybe list,
should
we
be,
have Bullet Train, T2, Prey, and now Alien.
And I would throw Nope on there too, maybe.
And throw Nope on there. We can do that.
We do. So T2 is
I'll
on
throw
there.
T2 is on the maybe list. I'm gonna throw The Menu on the maybe list. I don't think Straight Outta Compton.
T2's got to go.
T2's
on the
your
lock
vote?
list.
On the lock
On the
list.
list.
All right.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too. I think that's a good lock. Scream 6. I'm gonna keep on the maybe list.
Yeah, that's definitely my honorable mention.
Because he really liked Scream 6. I think he did really like Scream 6. Creed 3, I think he liked it in love, if I remember correctly. And I don't know if he wants to put it on his list in fear of getting canceled because Jonathan Majors, which I heard that he got out of jail and now the person who accused him of assaulting.
Yeah, they
him?
found like 6 more.
Oh,
Like
really?
it's all bad.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
It's still bad.
It was like
we'll not-
something like she came out of jail and came out in front of him, but then and then there was a story about it, and like his lawyers sent 6 more statements to like Variety or whoever was writing the story about it, of like people for a character witness, and then Variety followed up with those 6 people, and they were like 3 of them said that was outright false. Another one said that they had been coached through the whole thing. One didn't respond, and one was like, "Yeah, I've never seen that writing before in my life."
Interesting. All right, let's
It's
move
all
on.
bad, folks. Yeah.
Let's move on then. Yeah, but I don't think he was that big on Creed 3. I don't think he liked it.
So
that
what's
much.
left on the maybe list? Because we only need one more, right?
Yeah, Evil Dead Rise. I'm gonna add to the maybe list. So right now on the maybe list we have Bullet Train, T2, Prey, Alien, Nope, The Menu, Scream 6, and Evil Dead Rise, which I think is all we need on the maybe list. Do we want to add John Wick Chapter 4? I think he liked it a lot.
We can't. I'm just trying not to over
Yeah, no, we have.
complicate ourselves
Yeah, we
because then
are.
we'll start thinking way too much. But T2 went to the lock list, correct?
T2 is on the lock list. Yeah, so we have 4 on the
Okay.
lock list. It's just a matter of hunting down which one is not. I don't think it's Bullet Train. I think there's movies he probably. Fuck, he really liked Bullet Train. Prey.
It does have Zazie
Did we lock?
Beetz.
Did we lock Prey? And it does have Zazie Beetz. That's right. We didn't lock Prey.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
We didn't lock Prey, but Prey's up there. I think Alien would be over Prey though.
Yeah, I would. I mean,
I think Alien might be
I'd
the
probably
next
put
lock.
Alien up there now.
I think
Just call
Alien's
it.
probably on the lock. Nathaniel walked away, but Nathaniel, do you think Alien's the final lock? Oh, I thought he went to the kitchen. He might have gone to the bathroom. I want to wait. I want to wait till he gets back to confirm.
Yeah.
Nathaniel, are you cool with Alien being a final lock? All right. So then our list for Blake becomes Midsommar, Across the Spider-Verse, American Psycho, T2, and Alien. Do we want to sub anything out? I think those are good locks.
I think I'm pretty good. How many did we get right for Nathaniel? 3 or 4?
We got 3 for Nathaniel.
Okay.
All right. Blake, that is our list. Midsommar, Across the Spider-Verse, American Psycho, T2, and Alien. How close are we?
That's exactly on par.
Oh,
You just made it. You just
That's
made
all
it.
five?
Let's go.
Yeah, you
Let's
did.
go.
Oh, my God.
The only one where you guys almost went wrong because it's actually number 6, and that's No Country for Old Men.
Ooh, okay.
And none of you guys brought that up,
I
and
did
that
not
was
bring
one
that
that was
point.
That is
very
a great
close.
point.
Yeah, that was close to pushing that American Psycho out.
Because we finalized the list, and when I said, do we want to sub any of those out? I was like, maybe it's not American Psycho. But
but
I'm
I've
glad we got it.
American Psycho is a movie, like, it's ingrained in like pop culture. I
Yeah.
see that so
Yeah.
much, like on like Instagram and YouTube and Reddit, just like clips. It's been memed over and over again.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys are on par. Shout out to Tyler for pushing the T2.
Yes,
'Cause that was-
sir.
yeah, everybody else is kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, T2 is definitely on there, dude. That's probably, of these 5 films, I've probably seen T2 the most. From just like childhood, sit on a couch with my dad.
More than
as an
Alien.
adult. Those two are probably neck and neck. I feel like
Yeah.
I have seen T2 more though,
Okay, fair enough.
for sure.
And how close was
But-
Prey?
Terminator T2's funner. It's way more fun than Alien. is.
Exactly, and I think that's why I've seen it more. I didn't have Prey in there at all.
Oh, okay.
Didn't have Prey in there at all. The honorable mentions were John Wick 1 and 4,
Yeah.
No Country for
Yeah.
Old Men, and Nope.
Yeah, John Wick I knew should have been on was going to be on the maybe list.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was spot on, fellas. You guys were close to blowing it though, but Ty saved you all with the
Yeah.
T2.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
All right, fellas.
Blake, me or Tyler?
Let's go Ty.
All right. I like it.
So we got Lord of the Rings trilogy as one movie.
Yes, yeah. We I think Ty said before pod as we were making our list, he wants that.
yeah. So
He considers that one movie.
yeah, it's also like it's on there. So
Yeah,
we
and we don't-
decided to give that up for
That was a given.
Just
That was a
because, yeah.
given.
Right.
That was a given. Yeah, so that's on there. I mean, honestly, do you want to add a different one? Because since it's so easy, do you want to just add a
No.
different top 5 or no?
No.
Okay.
no,
He
because
knew-
you
he-
would have guessed it anyways.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
knew-
we essentially have 3 already, but we'll just
Yeah,
make that one.
If
All right.
if it was like close to a variable movie, sure, but it's just not. And everybody knows it,
Yeah.
so we're good.
All right. So basically, we're trying to guess his 4. All right. Let me get this list back up.
Starting, do we want to push either of the John Wicks?
I think one of them will be on there. Maybe.
I agree.
I think probably John Wick 1 over John Wick 4.
Terminator 2. That's another one.
T2's on there.
I agree.
You think John Wick 1 over John Wick 4?
I think he likes the first one. I think he said he still likes the first one the most.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll
I
keep
think I'm
chapter
pushing 1
4
over
on the
4.
short list in case we want to swap that out.
Again, Alien.
You think Alien's on there?
That's at least on the maybe list.
I'm putting on the maybe list.
Yep.
Yeah. I think
Bullet Train would be my one where I think that one could have made it for Tyler.
Yep. I'll put that on the maybe list as well. Coherence, you put him on. Or no, this was a first watch for him. It wasn't one he
he'd seen it before.
he had seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know if
don't
I'd
think
push it
so.
up the ladder. How
No,
I
I
did
think
for Nathaniel.
I'm that film's biggest advocate. Yeah.
American Psycho.
I don't know on that one. Yeah, man, I feel. Hold on, I'm pulling up the.
Possible.
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away would be one that
That's
I
right.
think
Yeah,
is definitely on
absolutely.
there.
Now here's a ringer.
Are we locking in Spirited
Guardians.
Away?
I would feel pretty confident.
Yeah,
locking
I
it
would
in.
as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put that on there.
Here's a ringer for you. Guardians 3.
Do we think that's on there?
Maybe
I'm gonna,
list?
I'm gonna
I
put
don't
it on
think
the
it's
maybe
for sure
list.
locked
I'm gonna,
in.
I'm
Do
gonna
we
put
think
it
it's on a
I'm
maybe
gonna
list?
Put it on a maybe list.
Now the other one I was gonna say was Good Will Hunting, which I know you're a big advocate. of.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Um,
But I can't remember if that
You
was
would put that
Tyler's.
over No Country for Old Men? For
No,
Time?
no.
yeah, I don't think Tyler's that big of an advocate for.
Okay.
Do you remember? Did he like Straight Outta Compton a lot?
Liked it, didn't love it. I don't
I
think.
think he liked it more than you two, but I don't think he's big on it.
Yeah.
Fast 10, obviously, big one for him.
Yeah, The Return of the Rock really sealed the deal for that one.
Followed quickly by Transformers: Rise of the Beasts
Yeah.
and The Flash.
Damn,
is
you
tough.
guys are insane.
Do we think Across the Spider-Verse made it for him?
That's what I was just gonna say. It was
Ooh,
Spider-Verse 1 or 2.
You think it's either one of them?
I don't know. What is our list sitting at right now?
Our locks are Lord of the Rings, which is given.
right.
T2 and Spirit Away. Those are our locks. And
got
then
three.
Guardians 3, John Wick, or John Wick Chapter 4, Alien, Bullet Train, Spirited Away. That's on the lock list, not the maybe list. American Psycho, and Across the Spider-Verse.
No maybe list for No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, that would have
just
been
wanna
the
be
only.
clear.
That would have been the
That's
only one
gotta
that
be
I
a
was.
maybe list.
I was thinking about as well too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember him being pretty high on Alien too.
He is pretty high on Alien. It's one of those ones I think he has a soft spot for because he would watch it with
Yeah.
Justin or.
What about Prey? He liked Prey.
He did like.
Very quietly.
I'd be fine going Alien and Prey as our last two.
Yeah,
it's Alien
very
and
quietly. He liked Prey.
I don't know. I feel like Tyler's definitely the toughest one out of us. But then he's gonna say it, and we're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, of course."
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
No,
He's also Del Toro guy.
he is a Del Toro guy. I don't know if that's that high though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like if any of us were gonna have Prey on the top 5 list though, I feel
Sure.
like it would have been Tyler.
Yeah.
Or wait, was that Predator that week though too?
Predator and Prey. So
It
do
was
you think
either
Predator?
or.
Yeah,
It was
they
the
were.
double up that we did. Do we think it's Predator?
I don't know if he thought about it that much when he was making the list.
That too. Yeah.
I would shoot Prey. I would shoot Prey out there.
Did he like Scream 6?
Yeah, but that's Scream
Not
6.
Yeah, not enough. All right. So on our maybe list, we need to fill in 2 here. Our maybe list is Guardians 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Alien, Bullet Train, American Psycho, Across the Spider-Verse, No Country for Old Men, Prey, and Predator. I think No Country for Old Men stands out for me among those maybes.
I agree.
So
I would
think
probably
we move
go
that to the
that
locks.
in one of the John Wicks. I just don't know which one.
You think one of the John Wicks over Predator and Prey?
Oh man, I think so.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think so.
Let's go John Wick 1.
Yeah.
The first John Wick. All right. Our guess for Tyler includes Lord of the Rings, which isn't that much of a guess.
This is going to be the only one we got right.
T2, Spirited Away, No Country for Old Men, and John Wick. That is our list, Tyler. How close were we?
Guys are a little off.
Damn.
Oh man. All right. Talk to me.
So, Lord of the Rings,
For sure.
done. The one I thought you guys were gonna miss was Spirited Away.
Mm-mm. Locked.
You guys like that,
Yeah.
Right.
so killer job. Alien.
Damn.
I said Alien, didn't I?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I listed
You
it. You
guys
didn't
are
say
like
lock.
that
on the maybe.
You didn't say lock. Yeah, we kept it on maybe.
I meant,
Yeah.
shit.
we
All right.
I mean,
Bad call.
I thought you guys were gonna lock it, and then
Yeah,
I was
bad
like,
coaching.
all right, cool, bet, because that's like DNA fucking
Yeah.
sci-fi horror.
God damn
Like
it!
that's
All right,
I
that's a
mean,
part
you
of
might
me.
have said to put on the lock list, and I don't know if I did.
that's
Yeah,
my fault. I
that's-
should have advocated for
that-
that one harder.
All right,
That
maybe I
code
should
for
just, I don't know.
Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse.
Damn, I knew I figured we should put that on there.
That was
I just had a ton of fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
And then last but not least, it wasn't even fucking talked about. Avatar.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man,
Way of the Water.
You had that above
didn't
like
see that
T2 and No Country, huh?
It just like
All right, fair enough. No,
I just like
you know
what I
what?
watched, and like how much fun I had with it. Because obviously they're
Yeah.
new. Those are still DNA movies for me, but like
I should have been
There's this-
thinking. I should have been thinking about the water for you as well too. That was on me.
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about that a little bit.
Yep.
Man. That sucks
So-
because you know what? Now that you say your list, it's like, oh yeah, duh, we should have gotten.
That's exactly yeah.
Yeah,
What's
and
up,
Alien's kind of like a half point because we had on the maybe
Mm-hmm.
and we should have had on the lock. We just kind of forgot it was on the lock.
So we got 2 for Tyler, 3 for me, all 5 for Blake, right?
Yes.
All right. So now we go to Adam.
I am winner.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to keep track of your
John Wick
guys'?
4.
Here, do you guys want me to keep track of your lists and guests for me?
Yes.
Since I got my laptop right here.
it doesn't
I can
matter.
read
Or
it.
I can do it. I'll keep it fair. That way.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I have my list. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just keep track of it for you guys.
Okay,
All right.
fair enough.
Uh,
But yeah, both John Wicks immediately on the list.
Let's see what else.
Back
did
to
we
the
get on there?
Future. Back to the Future is definitely on there.
Across the Spider-Verse, he was huge on that as well too.
Yeah,
Back to the Future, I think, is definitely going to be on there.
for sure.
Yeah, it's DNA.
Yeah, that was his pick too, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I do think Spirited Away has a chance to be on there.
What's high on the entropy?
okay,
list
hang
as
on,
well,
hang on.
too?
You guys are going a little fast. What do you all? Okay, so right now I have John Wick 1, John Wick 4, John Wick
Yeah.
or Across the Spider-Verse,
Yep.
and Back to the
John Wick
John Wick
across,
Across
the
the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
What a fucking
That's
Imagine.
next.
and Back to the Future. That's what of those do you guys want? Are those all maybes? Are those all locks? Which one of those are locks?
I mean, I think those are locks for me.
all 4 of those are
I
locks.
was gonna say.
Okay.
The only one, like, I think there could be a John Wick that gets swapped out on there.
I agree.
So I'd say John Wick 4 would be the maybe one out of all of those that we've talked about. But let's delve into this a little bit more.
What about the Lord of the Rings, fellas? I think I'm obviously the lowest on those.
I think he has a lot of respect for him, but I don't think there's like a ton of love for him.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of it. It's like a I like your relationship, not a I love you relationship. They're just not there.
If I remember
gotcha.
right, was it the 3 of us that were pulling Midsummer up as well too, or was that Adam as well too?
No, Adam does like Midsummer,
All right.
and yeah, he does. I don't know if he likes it as much as Hereditary, but he did like it. And there's not a ton of gore,
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is up his alley.
Yeah, we know it's
So
definitely
he can
not
get away
Evil
with it.
Dead. The other ones that are highly ranked that we did this year as well too would be Terminator 2. I don't know if that was
I don't think that's on there. I don't think Alien's on there.
Avatar 2, Too Wet, Too Blue.
Maybe the maybe list.
No Country.
Mm,
Spirited Away.
I think Spirit Away is on the maybe list.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That was on my maybe list. Blake said that, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, man. We might have to shoot this out there. Do we think that's on Adam's maybe list?
I don't know. We know Evil Dead and Renfield are definitely not. Super Mario Bros. Probably not.
Rise of the Beast? Probably not.
Pinocchio? We think Pinocchio's on there?
Who submitted Goodwill Hunting? Was that Adam?
It certainly wasn't me. I can tell you that. So, was it you, Nathaniel? Or
I don't.
Was it
If
Ty?
it was me, I don't remember it.
I don't think it was me either.
Okay, so I mean,
But
deductive reasoning.
I don't know if that was his first watch or not.
Black
It
Adam.
seems like a little
Black
older.
Adam.
Seems like a little.
Top 5, no question. The hierarchy of the DC universe has changed. We forgot.
You got me.
All right, Adam, talk to me. Where are we at?
All right.
We have 4 locks, right?
So
3 locks.
as far as I understand it, you guys wanted to lock in John Wick Chapter 1, Across the Spider-Verse, and Back to the Future. You guys took John Wick Chapter 4 and moved it to the maybe list.
Yep.
And then Midsommar, Avatar: Way of Water, Spirited Away, and Guardians 3 are all on your maybe list.
I'd say we throw Midsummer on there.
To
Midsommar.
the locks.
Into the locks, yeah.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
And then I would say the last one, toss up between Into the Spider-Verse.
I think Across the Spider-Verse is on there opposed to
Well, we did. Yeah, we had that on there, didn't we?
Oh, did he?
Across
Did
the
he say that?
Spider-Verse is on the lock list.
Yeah, in the lock. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. John Wick. What do you toss up between Into the Spider-Verse or John Wick 4?
He did like bodies. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's on there.
I'll trust you.
Good
yeah.
guess. I don't think so though.
Then I would say John Wick 4.
I would agree.
Round it out.
Yeah.
John Wick 4 onto the lock list. Okay.
Let me scroll through this one more time though. So we're confident no Guardians 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident on that one.
Okay. That'd probably be one to double check. So we're confident on that. The screen.
I think I was the highest on that.
We're confident on all 3 Lord of the Rings, of neither of those being on there.
No.
Right, Ty?
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think they're on there.
All right. I mean, just scrolling through here. Yeah. I don't know what else would. Yeah. Let's do it.
Log it in.
All right, so your locks as of now are John Wick Chapter 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Back to the Future, Midsommar, John Wick Chapter 4, and then your maybe list is Avatar: Way of Water, Spirited Away, Guardians 3, and Into the Spider-Verse. Are you guys cool with your locks?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. You guys got me pretty good. 4 for 5.
Okay.
Where did we go wrong? It's got to be one of the John Wicks, right?
Yes, I did not put both of them on there.
Yeah.
I knew
Um,
it. That was
I did
was
not.
kind of a cheap answer. I
Um,
figured we'd get one of those not on there. We
Yeah.
panicked at the end, fellas. Fourth quarter.
It's you know
Cool.
what, and yeah, so it's John Wick Chapter 1. I kept John Wick Chapter 4 on there. I think I went
Wow.
on. I think at the end of the review, I did say, after a day of sitting on it, that was my favorite John Wick, and I stand by that decision.
Chapter 4,
But in
huh?
the review, I do believe I ended the review by saying that's probably my favorite one. The one that you missed was not even mentioned, and I was shocked because I was very high on this movie. Bullet Train
Oh, wow.
was not mentioned at all.
Yeah.
Which
Damn it. That was one that I was thinking that I was like, this is going to be on someone's list.
Yeah.
And I needed, yeah.
Good
okay.
movie.
It's
a
good.
great movie.
Fun movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
have it
sure.
on 4K Blu-ray. I've watched it 2 or 3 times since theaters. I'm not seriously, but a little casually. One of those ones I put on the background. But yeah, that's pretty big for me, and that was a very surprising movie. I expected to like it, not nearly as much as I did. And saw it with Papa Schwartz and had a good time with him, and yeah, I was a little surprised that he wasn't even brought up, to be honest.
That's
I think it's maybe just one you guys missed. or
overlooking.
glazed over.
Yep.
Like with Tyler, I think Way of Water. But 4 for 5 was pretty impressed with. I think Back to the Future is a given, and Across the Spider-Verse was a given. Glad you guys got Midsommar, and at least you guys know John Wick, of course. But yeah, Bullet
Yeah.
Train was really the only sleeper that I wasn't sure if you guys were going to get.
Yeah, didn't even pop up on the radar. Like I said, the other ones we were pretty confident. I knew the Midsommar very quiet asked their stand.
yeah.
You've been swindled on that side of the pond. So yeah,
Yes, definitely
confident with
Ari
that one.
Aster Stan, and I believe I also went on record in saying that I like Midsommar maybe more than Hereditary, and I'm not locking that in as my firm stance, but I do want to rewatch. I do want to rewatch those
Midsommar.
movies to kind of get a gauge on which one I like
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Watching them back to back, or even just like within the same week or so, is interesting. Hereditary is much more of that like real horror feel. But I do remember you were one of the big advocates to help me get that thing to like number 5 on the Entropy List or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think you shot it at like 2 when it
I
came
did.
out.
I did.
So yeah, that was
And
a big help.
yeah,
Big help.
yeah, I definitely
for
stand
sure.
by that. All right, so what I was 4 for 5. You guys got 4 out of 5 for me. We got 5 for 5 for Blake. We got 3 out of 4 for Nathaniel.
3 out of 5, I wanted to say.
3 out of
Or,
5.
yeah, 3 out of, what am I saying? 3 out of 5. And we got 2 out of 5 for Tyler. All right.
I win.
Yeah.
Tyler
for sure.
wins.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was a good time.
That was good. That was good. We'll have to do that again. We'll keep that in mind for next year. Moving on to our next little celebratory subject. We're time to get a little more serious, boys. We're going to court. Back Row Banter Court. It's very not serious. But we are all going to present a change to the Entropy List. It could really be any change. Any movie going up or down, but it's just one thing we think got snubbed, one thing we think got praised too much, or one thing we have soured on. Whatever it is,
We're making choices.
we're making amendments. You know, the Constitution's not perfect. Neither is the Entropy List. So we are going to make some amendments here. Does everyone have their change that they would like to make?
Yes.
Because I do not.
Yes.
I need to actually figure it out really quick. I've got some like ones off the top of my head that I can probably just go with. But Blake, do you have yours?
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay.
Blake's, I feel, is pretty obvious.
Oh, for sure. I'm cooking straight obvious today. Though.
Oh yeah, I know Blake's.
We can if you want to jump,
actually,
I can go first.
Blake's is one of two obvious.
Yeah,
things.
there's two things
There's
it could
two
be.
things, but
there's
it's-
one
but
that's
it's-
much more deserving of the other
I'm
one.
100% certain.
You think
it's
there's
one of two
two?
things.
What's
All right,
what's the
well, let's
second
go
one you
ahead
think
and
that's
say
not
which
as
one you're
obvious?
thinking here, Blake, because I know which ones I know it is. It's one of those two.
Well, yeah. The obvious answer here is I'm advocating for the Descent.
Okay,
So
that's what I thought
that's
it was.
The bill I'm bringing to the table.
The one I
right?
didn't. The other one I think it was possible was high tension.
tension,
High
yeah.
tension. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
High tension's harder
I think-
to defend. The Descent's
is harder.
amazing.
for sure. And high tension was just so far down the list. Like
Yeah.
it was almost hopeless at that point. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was like trying to revive a dead
So
animal.
the Descent currently stands at 100, below Tenet, and above Straight Out of Compton. Now, where do you present it? It goes. Where do you think it deserves to be?
Yeah, fellas. So I'm looking at this thing, right? And I'm looking at the Descent from what it brings to the horror category, right? So early 2000s, minority cast, quote unquote, of it being all women, right?
6 chicks with picks.
It's a creature feature, right? You're getting your own new take or your own new creature, right? That's being involved. It has some good gore as well. Creature design is super, super good.
Okay.
As well as it even has some I hate to say like elevated horror, but it even has some of those things, right, in terms of like hallucinations and things of that nature kind of going on. Do we really think she got out? There's split endings between the theatrical release and the release. I think the release we watched is not the theatrical release. So I believe it shows her
Not
getting out.
the UK theatrical release. It's the US theatrical release, the one that we watched. Yep.
Which one did we watch? Is that the one? That's the one shows her getting out.
Yeah,
right?
where
And
she
the car
gets out.
drives past and she throws up.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, those are kind of just all the things I have going for it. Then I'm looking at it at 100, and then there's just this entire. There's more than just horror in this purgatory, but there's a huge purgatory of horror movies from like 100 to basically 75, which is Malignant, or 74, which is Malignant. And I think between all of those films, horror or not, I think the only one you could say that is probably objectively better than this is probably Die Hard. Like, especially if we're looking at like fucking Black Widow's 91, Eternals is 90. So I think that's a no-brainer. In terms of the actual horror films, I mean, I think this is better than Evil Dead Rise by a significant amount. Insidious is cool, but it's a PG-13, kind of a different genre of horror, more palatable to most people. Scream 6, as Nathaniel said, is fucking Scream 6. So,
yeah.
Okay.
and Scream 5 for that matter,
Right.
right? Same type of thing going on there. Conjuring 2, it's good, but it's not the haunted house horror we get in the first one. I think they did better on the haunted house horror in the first one opposed to the second one. Few recycled ideas. Strangers, really cool concept, but nothing new. It's a home invasion movie. Plenty of those made. Halloween is one of the better remakes, I would say, but not too much going on there. The best of the trilogy, I would say, or that prequel trilogy. Last Night in Soho, kind of that horror artsy vibe, but I think The Descent is significantly better. Menu, kind of same type of thing. X is cool, but also like a slasher, nothing really new and innovative. It's like almost a homage to older movies. The only one I think really kind of tosses me up is I think A Quiet Place is pretty cool. Innovative idea, right?
Mhm.
It's going to end up building a universe, right? Which, as we can see, which probably may end up going to shit, but nonetheless, the first one was pretty good, and the second one was cool for what it was. right? So that's one that's kind of like, possible, but I think the rewatchability isn't quite there. I think that on first watch is phenomenal, let alone first watch in a theater. But and then Malignant, that's just like a personal favorite of mine. But I understand that there's some people who think Malignant could probably be where the high tension is on this list. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my proposal there. So yeah, I would propose to honestly push that thing up to 74. So it'd be one above Malignant. Because I think from
you want to raise The Descent from 100 to 74.
To 74, yeah. I think the only thing that you could objectively say is the better, in my opinion, of course, is Die Hard, which is another one that's probably just slaughtered too in general because it's a 1980s action movie. It should be way higher than 88.
Okay. Do we have a counter proposal? Does anyone want to counter propose a position? Like, I don't think it should be 74, but I'll do 76 or something like that. Or are you guys okay?
Nope.
No.
I'm okay with 74. I'm 100%.
I know the
signed off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tyler, are you? Yay or nay? Or counter proposal?
I don't think I have a counter proposal because I think The Descent is better than a majority of the movies in between those two spots. The only ones that kind of get in the way for me are, I think, Prey and that are very, very similar. And then I think just because I love A Quiet Place and you guys know how I feel about that movie, it maybe just ever so slightly edges it out a little bit. And then Strangers is kind of hard for me too.
Yeah, The Strangers.
And then obviously the obvious one was Die Hard. But yeah, I think I'm okay with that for sure.
I'll accept anywhere in the 77, 78, 79 range. You know, if you want to split it between A Quiet Place and Prey or something like that. But I think, yeah, significant upward momentum for The Descent is.
No, yeah, I'm okay
needed.
with it because the lowest I would probably put it is literally below A Quiet Place, above Prey. But I do think it's better than Creed. I do think it's better than Soul, and I definitely think it's better than fucking Malignant. So yeah, I'm okay with 74.
All right. Well, for the record, I'm okay with it. I don't think 74. I think I'd want to put it a little bit lower than that. But that being said, who cares? You guys got 2 out of 3 on me, and I don't even want to do a counter proposal at that point. Doesn't matter. 74. We are moving.
Yeah.
Where would your
It
proposal
doesn't
be,
matter.
though,
No.
out of curiosity.
It does not matter.
I have an idea. Of where
79, probably right below A Quiet Place. That'd be my counter proposal to you.
Yeah.
The Strangers, I think I like The Strangers more than I like The Descent in terms of horror. But I'm not like super.
Well, present your case, brah.
Well,
no, I'm kidding.
No, I don't really feel that strong.
How fucked up would that be? Just someone votes one up and then the other of us votes it back down again.
That'd be funny.
But yeah, no, I'm
down
with you
74.
guys. I'm with you, Adam. Like I said, Die Hard is, I think, just a clear cut one that's been shorted, which I don't really know why that's been shorted, to be honest with you. And then just in terms of that horror purgatory, A Quiet Place is kind of the tough one because I'm looking at it like that's building its own
Is
universe. Really cool monster
Like
design.
that is the one for me that I'm just like, for me personally, A Quiet Place is not it. Like,
really
A Quiet Place.
I think it's decent.
A Quiet Place has the most special place in my heart just because of that theater viewing.
Fair
experience.
enough.
That
Like,
was
and that's
probably
what I said. The theater
that's
view on
probably
that
one of the
first time
best theater
is phenomenal.
viewings.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'll allow that for both of you, but like, yeah, for me, that movie is just, it's not it. It's good,
On its
but
own,
it's not.
it's not. You're right.
I
On
think
its own,
you
it's
also
aged kind of
let
poorly.
A Quiet Place 2 weigh in too much on your decision for the
Like,
genre as a whole.
even then,
I
like,
think if they didn't like elaborate more on like where it came
Right,
from and like all that
right.
shit,
Yeah.
you'd probably just
You
be like, you know
probably
what?
feel better about
It's a
it.
single hit fucking one-off movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just
you
know it was a
maybe.
cool concept. I'm down.
Yeah.
But like also like that time when we watched it in the apartment here, like with me and you and everything,
Yeah.
that was peak Quiet Place for me. Like I don't need anything other than that. And I don't know. I don't know. But what we got, the 74, 75?
Yeah,
for
74 is cool.
74?
Yep.
Hey.
Let's go.
All right, Blake. You choose.
I like it. I like it. Let's go. I want to know what Adam wants to change. What's his amendment to the policy?
Is
The
it Bullet
policy
Train?
of Back Row Banter?
It is not. It is not Bullet Train. You know, mine's not one you guys are probably expecting because it's not one we talk about being an issue often. And that is Arrival.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
think-
Oh, so you want to move some shit down?
And right, which is not probably what you guys were expecting.
Damn.
No,
No,
not at
I am taken
That's big
aback.
brain.
But
Big brain.
You're a piece of shit. No.
He's like, Dune 2 is coming, and I wanna prepare the entropy list.
Now,
And-
before you go in on that though, Adam, I like the idea, and I can respect this if you give me a reasonable.
sure.
If you give me a reasonable entry,
Of
I can
course.
possibly respect it.
I'm
'cause
not
I
trying
think-
to I'm not trying to nuke it down to like 88,
sure.
you know? I'm not trying to nuke it down a lot. But to me, I don't know if Arrival is one of the top 10 movies we've reviewed on this podcast.
All right.
And I think it was a symptom of that was the second or third movie
Yeah.
we reviewed. It got placed at number 1, and then it was just kind of like that was like, oh, is it better or worse than Arrival? Oh, well, it's not as good as Arrival. And then it's like it was just kind of very hard to get things above it, and to the point where I think it 3 years in now, it just was a symptom of, oh, we reviewed it at the right time for it to be number 3. But I think if we reviewed Arrival today, it would not be where it is.
All right.
Sure.
So that being said, now what I haven't really figured out yet, and I'm kind of still looking at, is where do I want to move it down to? And like I said, I'm not moving it anywhere crazy. I think it would be appropriate at 13, just outside the top
Out
10.
of the top 10. Okay.
Below Alien and
So-
above Your Name.
So that would below Alien, above Your Name.
And I feel pretty good about where that would be at. Because I just like, you know, when people ask me about our podcast and, you know, I go, oh, well, we rank all of our movies together and all that stuff. And they're like, oh, well, what movies have we reviewed? And, you know, I show them the Entropy List, and it's like, okay, well, you have The Shining one. Oh, yeah, I love The Shining. Or I've heard of it, of course. It's probably going to be up there. Oh, Django. I love Django. And then it's like, oh, you have Arrival 3? It's like, yeah,
Okay.
you know.
I
So
mean-
this is an embarrassment thing for you.
I mean, a little bit. I just don't think
Peer
it's.
pressure.
I don't
I'm
think
far
it's.
too
I don't think it's 3 worthy.
Far too sensitive.
Now that being said, I don't feel great about moving Pan's Labyrinth to 3. I don't love that one either.
I
wish-
was gonna say I don't even know if I feel
You
much
know.
more comfortable doing that.
But you know,
But-
that'll be my thing for
I
next
don't
year.
know. I feel like that's weirdly an easier one to explain to people.
You
It's a
think?
fucking phenomenal movie.
Arrival over.
I think it's great, but I don't know.
No,
if
like
it's 3.
like genuinely, I think if you come up to most people on the street and you were like talking about the podcast, and then you're like, "Hey, Pan's Labyrinth is number 3." Like, I think that gets
Oh, you're talking about
less.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I think that gets less raised eyebrows than Arrival.
Oh, I think people.
I mean,
raise their eyebrows.
I'm fine with moving Arrival down to what'd you have it below
13 below. I don't think I could put it below Your Name, but and I think Alien. I think.
I think I could put it below Your Name. But
you think you could put it below Your Name? I mean,
similar stories in some ways.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa! Hey,
I
I'm not
think-
complaining if you want to put it below Your Name. Whoa, no.
Go-
Similar
Go ahead,
stories
go
in
ahead,
some
Nathaniel.
ways.
In some ways, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I got.
I mean,
a
I
soft
could go
spot.
all the way down to 16.
I got a soft spot for Your Name. I don't think it goes down to oof.
Below Midsommar and Whiplash,
Mm.
but I don't think it goes below the
That's
Lighthouse.
asking. Yeah, I mean, I'd put it below the Lighthouse, but you know, that's just me going fucking nuts. No, honestly, where you have it below Alien, above Your Name, I'm okay with it there. To be honest with you, if that's what the group consensus is, I'm not opposed to moving Arrival out of there. I think you've made a good case for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a good movie.
It is
like,
a good
like
movie.
at the end of the day,
but again, 13, it's still very high.
it's true.
For sure, it's no slouch.
For
sure.
100 and
Anything-
something movies, it's not like I'm moving it down below Uncharted.
But that is
going
going to put
yeah.
Prisoners as your top 10 EV.
So, and that was going to be my point on this thing when you were talking about moving it. I actually rewatched Prisoners yesterday, Tuesday night, Monday night, something like that. I think I actually like Prisoners more
Yeah.
than this film. Prisoners is awesome. Yeah.
Prisoners fucking sick.
It's really good. And
Then
it
again-
just has Paul Dano going for it.
Yeah, and like we could review like Blade Runner 2049 in like a week and be like, that's a top 5 film,
For sure.
friend.
I agree.
Would you be
I don't
wrong?
think it's Denny V's best film.
He's
but
grown
as
a lot
far as-
since then, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it's Denny V's best film, but as far as turning it at 13, I think I have a more difficult time moving that and having Pan's Labyrinth 3.
I don't.
I was gonna say I'm fucking the only. I mean, one, these are very good points, but two, it helps my cause. So
Yeah, right. This is a win-win for me.
yeah.
All right. What's the verdict here, fellas? Arrival to
I
13.
think-
Do we have a counter proposal, or do we want to cut? Does the bill not pass? I mean,
The enemy of my enemy.
What is
I mean,
Tyler? What are you doing? Tyler?
I'm a
Do you
yay.
agree with it?
I'm cool with it. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Then well, so be it then.
all right.
Because I don't know if I'd cut it to 13, but I don't have another proposal because I would just rather not have Pan's Labyrinth above it.
I agree with you, but
You see what I'm saying?
I
Like,
have
we would have
more.
to like do like a checkers thing and move 2 movies.
right.
But if we're also both yays, then it doesn't matter what you want.
Yep, for sure.
I don't mind
That's
Pans.
next
I
year.
don't mind Pans at 3. Let them have it.
We'll do it next
Just
year.
wait.
Yeah. Give me a year, Blake. Give me a year.
Wait until like 4 or 5 years from now, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, Pan's Labyrinth is a good ass movie."
Oh, and actually,
Yeah.
by the way, I
It
guess
would-
I'm moving it to.
It would still be split though, so it would.
Yeah, that's true.
It's technically never gonna change it unless you guys want to add somebody to the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Ryan
Or
Foley.
you would just have to add a movie that's better than the top 3.
True.
By the
which
way,
I don't know if we'll get
if
there.
we're moving it in between Alien and Your Name, it's actually 12, not 13. Because I know
yeah.
we're used to adding it up, but we're going down now. So
Yeah, it would drop it
So
down.
it goes to 12 instead of 13 if we're putting it in between Your Name and
doesn't bother
Alien.
me.
Oh, I
which-
thought the original was below Your Name, but either way, doesn't matter.
I mean, I'll put it below Your Name.
So below Your Name would be between Your Name and Whiplash.
Correct.
Right.
Which kills me a little bit because I just split in my faves here. But are you guys cool with 13 then?
Whatever. I'm
I
cool with it.
literally don't
It's not
care.
above Alien.
All right, we'll put it at 13 then. Your Name moves up a spot. I win again. Let's go. All right. That's my vote. That's my
Pick, bro.
amendment. Nathaniel. Let's hear it, man.
All right, so I am also
Pan's Labyrinth 1?
No, I'm continuing the vein. Actually, I didn't actually go into the top bits. I'm content with where everything is on there. I'm actually going to advocate for moving a movie down. And
okay.
I know what it is,
Do you?
I think.
Was your original advocate? Was it to move something down, or was it to move something?
No, to be honest with you, I think all my stuff is moving stuff down. Like
Okay.
I don't think there's anything on there that's too crazy. High Tension will be the one that's always be down there, but like that's controversial. That's a movie that you either
For
like.
sure.
I understand why people don't like it and everything on there. So I'm okay with it where it is. I'm actually I'm going down the list. I'm going to Eternals, and I am.
I thought you were going to move Spider-Man. No Way Home.
So that was definitely on there, but on there as an option. Judas and the Black Messiah was another one,
Yeah,
but I think
Judas is the one I was thinking
this is one that really trips us up a lot in terms of other movies around it that probably should be higher.
Sure.
But like this is one that like ends up kind of like building a secondary tier, and like we almost don't want to put stuff above it or below it, and it just kind of it screws us up a lot. And I think it's both Eternals and Black Widow. But I think if I move one of those,
It helps out.
It'll help out, exactly. So I'm gonna of the two of them, I think Eternals is the one that doesn't fit more with the universe and kind of is just like the misfire of everything as well too. So between the two, I'd rather watch Black Widow again.
Florence
Pugh, obviously. So that being
David
said,
Harbour.
I'm gonna take Eternals and I'm gonna try and move it down to 118.
Oh, my Lord.
Above The Flash,
That's way
below
down.
A
Okay.
Quiet Place Part 2.
Okay.
And that
down.
is purely on like just movies.
That's below Matrix Resurrections.
Hey, I like Matrix Resurrections, so like I don't give a fuck about that one. I like Candyman 2, Mortal Kombat, fun. More Godzilla vs Kong, fun. Renfield, fun. King Richard, who gives a shit? No one thinks about that movie. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, too low.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is one I'd love to move up.
And then A Quiet Place Part 2, functional. So I'm gonna put it there. So it would be above The Flash, above Halloween Ends, which I kind of actually think I'd probably like more. Above Godzilla 2014, but here we're talking other stuff later. But yeah, I'm gonna go 118.
So above Flash and below Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think I'm okay. So how does this work, fellas? So we can give proposals. Can a proposal be worse?
Like you want to go, you want to go further down.
Yeah.
How far you want to go? Because I'm willing to
I
listen.
guess.
I'm willing to listen. Yeah, where you want to go with it?
You're at 118, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying between Flash and Halloween Ends?
Between Flash and Quiet Place Part 2.
Okay, between Flash and Quiet Place Part 2. Right off the top, I'm seeing Trick or Treat, and I'm like, I think I like that.
So, like, listen, you bringing up that Godzilla 2014, I'm not mad at that. So if you wanted to put it at 125, below Trick or Treat, above Don't Worry, Darling, I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
I'm open to that as well, too. Ty?
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm pushing that. I damn near want to push it below Wonder Woman because I think Wonder Woman is better than it, but that may be a stretch.
Yeah.
Considering
I think it's
Halloween
I think
Kills
it's,
is there, which is kind of butchers that.
Yeah, I think it's more functional than Halloween Kills. I think it's more functional than Thor Love and Thunder.
For sure.
West Side Story, fuck, that poor movie. That's way down there. That movie's
Yeah.
way better than any of that fucking shit. But anyways, yeah. So yeah,
I'd push 125.
125, I'm cool with that. Tyler?
Yay.
Tyler's a yay.
Yeah.
Adam? Are
Adam's
you opposing me?
devastated.
I'm a yay. I'll go with that. I don't have any particular
Yeah.
affinity for Eternals. However, I think you guys are being a little harsh on it. I don't remember it
I
being
don't even
that
remember
bad.
the final battle.
And
of
that's the
I
thing.
do.
That's what I'm talking about with
do.
it.
It was on
Is
the,
that
it was
like
on the beach.
even non-memorable shit that's bad is at least, trying to do something. You know,
Yeah.
that movie was just blah. It was just blah.
No, you're not wrong. I'm a yay. I'll still go with it. What was the final number we decided? to
I
move
think
to?
we said 125 below Don't Worry, Darling, above Halloween Kills.
Wow, that is such a boot. I mean, I'm fine with it, but damn. 125. Okay. It's weird moving things down the entropy list.
Tyler, I think you're the last one, friend.
And I think you all might know what it is.
Oh no.
Is he moving one of the? Are you moving something up or are you moving
It's
something
Trick
down?
or Treat. Wait, we said 125 below. Don't worry, darling.
We're going up.
You're moving up, so it's
Moving on
gotta
up.
be.
Moving
It's gotta be
on up.
Trick or Treat, or he's honestly rolling to put one of these Lord of the Rings at one, or like 2 or 3 or something.
I don't
like
think he's doing that because I think he knows it won't get passed in the House
I'm here voting for Trick or
or in
Treat.
the Senate.
that. Okay.
It's
I think
definitely
it's one of those
Trick or
two.
Treat.
Or
It's
Trick or Treat.
definitely- it's gotta be.
What's your proposal, Ty?
As much as I would love to propose something crazy as putting Lord of the Rings up in like the top 5, I know it probably wouldn't get majority.
It's not a
It would
bipartisan
basically-
bill. It's
it's
just for show.
it's a tough one. It's a tough one to pass. And I just don't.
You don't have the votes.
I don't have majority vote in here right now because
Right.
Adam would just vote a no because he thinks there's other movies above it, which is totally fine. And Blake, you just wouldn't care enough. You'd be like, I really don't care. So
For sure.
and
Smart
you'd
guy
probably-
though. Smart guy,
you'd-
not to waste your vote, not to waste your proposal on that.
You probably actually advocated to keep it down at where it is because that would leave something up for grabs for your stuff to move up. So
Fair.
I am going to go with Trick or Treat.
Yep.
And I don't want to create like super crazy. I wanted to make it somewhat feasible so that way it's definitely going to be a little bit more it's an easier pill to swallow. But I'm actually going to put it right where Eternals was at 90.
A good swap.
Okay,
Sure.
that is a good
Hey,
swap.
I don't mind it.
So
I'm
I
down.
think it's better than a lot of the horror movies that we have up there. So that's my main driving factor in all this. You know, if you're gonna have a movie represent a genre somewhere in that majority of the list, I think 90 is a really, really good spot for Trick or Treat to be placed at. Because as much as I do love Insidious, it is better. It's definitely better than Evil Dead Rises. The Blackening was close. It was because there was a lot, like, it has that kind of same fun factor.
Sure.
You can just watch both of those and just enjoy the shit out of it for kind of what it is. It's definitely better than Men Get Fucked.
I'd agree.
Bodies, whatever. Candyman, I have something like so close with Candyman. I just wanted it to be so much better than it was.
I know, man.
And it was still pretty good if you go back and you do get a second watch. So yeah, I think it's well deserving of the 90 spot to kind of raise the bar there a little bit for horror in the back half of the list. So
Works for me. Blake, I'm assuming you're in on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Like I said, I kind of mentioned that 100 through 75, like
Absolutely.
horror purgatory, quote unquote, and I think this can fit right in there, and I definitely like it better than like the bottom half of those films, for sure.
Now, Adam, you're definitely
So-
the one that was, no, I wouldn't say down on it, but like,
I was never
you're-
down on it.
yeah,
but I'm
absolutely.
certainly
Yeah.
not where you guys are at.
What's your
Right.
proposal though, Adam? I mean, maybe if you might be able to
It's
convince some
tough.
folks.
I'm okay moving it up, but not all the way up to where's it at right now?
It's at 124.
I feel like I could split the difference around 100 or so in that range. I don't know.
So that would be
You said he wanted at 90.
yeah, and I'll argue it pretty hard because now that The Descent is out of that area.
yeah, that's the one. For me, it's
that's the only
Insidious.
one that would be.
For me, it's Insidious. Insidious is the
but
one
then
sticking point for
The
me.
Notebook, The Blackening. Fun fact, saw The Blackening again, and I think it could be higher. It was actually so good on the second watch as well. But
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was actually really good because I just didn't have I knew what I was getting this time around. And I was just like, all right, let's just have some fun. Like, this is just a fun movie. It's not supposed to be anything that I had. My expectations were set appropriately, and I was just like, all right, let it rip. Anyway, Blind Spotting I like as well. And then I feel like Tenet, as much as I think that movie is not great.
I was gonna say, why you gotta be careful
I
here.
still think Tenet's better. I still think Tenet's better than Trick or Treat. I mean, listen, if Blake and Nathaniel are yays, I don't really have a counter proposal to make, to be honest. And it's not like I hate it being at 90, but Scream 6 I enjoyed quite a bit. Excuse me. Independence Day I enjoyed quite a bit. Like, all these movies I feel like I enjoyed more than Trick or Treat. So I would split the difference. You know what? I'll tell you. I'll split the difference at 99, and I would boot down Tenet. That is my proposal. But we'd obviously if you guys just want to do 90.
We can brute force you.
Yeah, you guys can just
Yeah.
say F your proposal.
The only reason I'm going to say that I don't want it there is because I think if we were to redo Tenet, it'd probably be higher.
I don't know if it would.
I
maybe?
mean, yeah, I'm on board for that. That wasn't one that I wanted to push up, but yeah, I mean, I do. Tenet is. They crashed a fucking real plane, fellas.
True.
Come on, guys. Like that's got.
All right, well then he set off a real nuke, I think. So you're gonna have to put this next one at number 1.
Blake, this is your proposal, sir. So I feel like you have the right to accept or deny.
Oh no, this is Tyler's proposal.
Or sorry, Tyler.
But
Yeah,
Adam
I
wants
want
to move it to 100 or 99.
100.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick pretty hard. I want it at 90.
All right, well we can put it at 90.
I'm fine with putting it at 90. I will come in and I will
I was
second
gonna say,
Tyler's
as long
motion.
as you two are good with 90, then it's good. If one of you wavers a little bit and you can argue for the fact that you want it down there, then it stays where it's at.
No, I'll I second the motion.
I don't think I want to keep it
But
at
Blake, they crashed a
124.
real plane.
They
Damn.
did though. Very impressive. Yeah, I don't think I can keep it at 124. It's definitely better than
That's fine.
it's better than
90 it is
the
then.
fucking
Man.
Flash fellas in Uncharted.
For sure.
Yeah, the Flash wasn't that bad.
Army of the
What?
Dead.
It wasn't
Come on,
that
bro.
bad.
Oh,
You
I
heard
will
me right.
never watch that Flash movie.
It wasn't that bad.
I'm watching Snyder Cut before I watch The Flash.
That's
like
you're
five-
crazy. You're
like
crazy.
5 times.
You're crazy.
I'm watching it like 5
That's
times
such a
before I
lie.
even think
That's
about watching
such
The
a
Flash.
lie. That's
Regardless, all sales are final. We have decided.
all right. So all was amended. We moved
Moved Eternals down.
Eternals down,
We moved
Arrival
Arrival
down.
down.
Rival down.
Trick or Treat up, and
The Descent up.
Fair enough. I, feel
I like it. I'm
Yeah.
I'm pleased.
feeling good.
Yeah, I am too. I
I
think
kind of
this-
just want to keep moving things. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think once a year from this point on will probably be
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
will probably be a good rate to go at with adjustments. I don't want to go crazy, but
I was like, it's gonna take a long time to start moving some films you really want. You'd be
Yeah.
on year
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
trying to move shit around. But yeah, I'm with you though. It was a long time.
yeah, I don't know if I might come to regret moving Arrival just because it's not so that I don't want to move it. It's just that I feel like maybe there might be things I come across that I'm like, damn, I should use my move on that. But hey,
Yeah,
That's
I
I'm
think
not mad at it.
I think from a holistic approach, once we kind of look at moving things on a yearly basis, I think that's the only way we'll have something reach number 1,
Right.
Yeah,
or even like 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see anything.
Never know. We'll see.
something better than The Shining. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
you think
see.
we'll get something pushed in the top 5 on?
You never know.
I don't know,
Oppenheimer
fellas.
comes out in 3 weeks. We'll see.
It does.
It
It
does.
does. I
It
guess
kind of depends how many
gotta
times I can get you guys to watch Lord of the Rings before next year.
yeah, yeah. Oppenheimer has a chance. I think that'll go top 20 for sure. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
we were talking strap beforehand, Blake and I was like, I think I'm gonna move something up because I was like, my overall thought process is to change where my gatekeeper is, so I have the ability to move things around a little bit more. So now that I have my gatekeeper raised up a little bit higher, now I
That's a good
have that plays into my future ratings for movies.
Right, because that'll sway your opinion on another film where you'll be like, oh,
Right.
this is good, but you guys fucked me on this. So
Right.
I can't put it above this, So good point.
All right. Well, there you have it. Our amendments to the Entropy List are in, and they have been made.
First
And
time
they've
ever.
officially passed. Yeah, first time ever. Won't be the last because as this list grows, so do the issues with it. Or not issues, but the wonkiness. That being said, the next movie to get added to the Entropy List will be we don't know yet. Actually, I was gonna say Dremel. Insidious: The Red Door comes out, but also my birthday is next week. So
I have not watched any of the Insidiouses since the second one.
Oh, so do we not care about Insidious: The Red Door?
Third one's not too bad, but I don't think I've seen the entire fourth one.
yeah, it's not some like
Okay.
I'll
jumping on my
probably
skin
watch
to
it
go
myself,
see.
but I don't think we need to put it on the podcast. I'll probably just go catch it.
All right, cool. Well then I actually haven't thought of a birthday pick yet.
I was gonna say you got birthday picks. There's Asteroid City out right now. There's
True.
No Hard Feelings as well too, which I've also heard is very funny.
Yes.
I saw Indiana Jones, always an option, and
Do you have anything on the short list that's a personal
Yeah.
favorite of yours? I think there's a few things on there, right?
No.
Did you put 4 months, 3 weeks, 2 days on there?
no, that's mine.
Was
That is
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel. Why don't I think on it, and I
Yeah,
will
take
have
your time.
Postbot Adam come in and tell the listeners right now.
What's up, everybody? It's Postpod Adam, your favorite host. This week, we will be watching La La Land, of course. It is one of my favorite movies, as I've talked about on Pod before, and I felt like it'd be a good pick with the Barbie movie coming up, a little Ryan Gosling action. He's going to be back on the Entropy List. That's currently streaming on Netflix, so you can go ahead and check it out there, and then join us for our review next week.
Are we 3 years to the day? Was it the 5th that we
It
did
was the 5th. We have
Yeah.
3 years to the day.
Damn, 3 years to the day, gang.
Yeah.
Happy 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's why I kind of want to get this up tonight. So, but yeah, 3 years today, isn't that crazy? July 5th. Unless you want to count episode 0, which I don't. I think
Does anyone?
no.
I think actually we should rate the Five Bloods. Actually put it up on the Entropy List.
Oh,
at
like
some
do a
point.
re-review of it?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Yeah. I wonder how our opinions.
Still one of
will
my
change.
favorite all-time.
See, you
shots.
loved it.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, the dancing.
the
scene?
dance when they go down the bit.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, that was great.
You loved that movie, and I was very lukewarm on it. And I wonder how my opinions would change given all that I've learned between now and then.
It's true.
Given
And Chadwick's gone. That's.
I think he was gone when that happened.
maybe
that
it
was like
was.
one of the ones that
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's the first movie
Yeah,
that
that's
released
right.
that he starred in after he passed. But yeah, check out whatever I post about. I told you to watch next week. Nathaniel, do we have a 5-star review?
We do not have a 5-star review, but if you want to give us a 5-star review, folks, you can do so in app on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Either one works for us. And if you give us 5 stars, we will read it out on here on the podcast for you. It just helps us grow, folks. It helps us show up in the different algorithms and feeds and that kind of thing. You can say whatever you'd like. You could be mean. You could be funny. You could be nice. Just don't be evil. And yeah, if it's 5 stars, we'll read it out. Adam?
Yeah. You can also share the podcast, share with a friend, a family member, someone who hasn't listened to the podcast for 3 years now.
That's true.
Get them on it so they can be part of the next years to come, however long those years are. Also, follow the podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Banter Row, on Instagram at Back Row Banter Pod, and on YouTube. It's just Back Row Banter. So please go subscribe to us there, even if it's not your primary place of listening, and then send us an email for any questions, comments, concerns, grievances, anything of that sort. It's backrowbanterpod@gmail.com. BlakeHolder, where can the people find you at, my man?
Yo, Letterboxd, BlakeHolder. I'll be on there logging some things, 5 stars. Maybe I'll put some. Last thing I put thoughts down on was, I think, Pearl. So we'll see. May put some thoughts down on Infinity Pool. So that's actually what I chose to watch over Nope.
Wow. Okay.
Was Infinity Pool. So yeah, a little quicker runtime. Good movie. Mia Goth's awesome. So maybe I'll go back and put some thoughts down on that. But yeah, BlakeHolder, Letterboxd, and that's all I got. We'll go to Nathaniel.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Letterboxd at NSGangrick. You can find me on Instagram at NathanielG92. Though I haven't posted, I think, since like when we did the Strangers review on my Instagram. So follow that if maybe something happens. Who knows? Other podcast is Sandpiper Tapes. Tyler, tell us where we can find you.
Instagram, Letterboxd, and Twitter, all Tyler Vidalis, VIDALES. Adam?
You can find me on Twitter at H24, on Letterboxd at H, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/H. That's going to do it, fellas, for 3 years of Back Row Banter. That's crazy, man.
It is indeed.
That's crazy. As I've mentioned,
Big ups.
Yeah, big ups. As I mentioned, I think a couple weeks ago on episode 150, we're gonna move into video pretty soon here. My time has become a little more free, and we're gonna start figuring that out. It's because of how we record this podcast, and also where we record this podcast, and
Could be a little interesting.
yeah,
There's
it's
some
just
challenges.
remotely, and then Ty and Blake are often remote, and then I'm mostly in person now that I'm back. But then, how do we do it? Where there's some challenges we're gonna look into and eventually overcome. I'm confident we will, but that's gonna be a work in progress here. And once we do video, I think we're just gonna keep rolling, and hopefully get more and more for you
Until we
guys.
start the 18 years and older stream and
And the Patreon
yeah, and OnlyFans.
and OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. We're thinking we're back.
So I know this has been 3 years of relatively the same kind of idea where we just pick a movie book club kind of thing. But I think this next year will be where we kind of expand upon that and get a little bit bigger and better, and only up from here.
Ayo.
Thank you all for listening to this episode, and for the last 3 years, whether this is your first episode you listened to. Which I don't know why that would be. If there's an odd one to pick out for your first step, you have no context for.
But welcome.
But welcome, yeah, thank you. But yeah, whether this is your first episode or your 153rd or whatever it is. Thank you guys for 3 years of BRB. We say it all the time, but genuinely, like, there's no reason to do this if there weren't people listening. We have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun listening. And hopefully our audience only continues to grow from here on out. So with that being said, we'll BRB.
Thanks again, everyone, for listening, and be excellent to each other. We'll BRB.
Thanks for stopping by and all your constant support. Obviously, it's something that we greatly appreciate. And shout out to my co-host. Love you, boys. And hope we got
Same.
plenty of more years behind us. And we'll BRB.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, man. Much love. Love you too. Thanks for the support. Thanks for listening as always. As Adam said, I mean, if you didn't have any listeners, we probably wouldn't continue this podcast. So thanks for tuning in. 3 years of four gentlemen just rambling about a bunch of movies and sometimes some other shit going on the side. So thanks a lot. We'll BRB.
America. Ready for another lesson.
You want me to count you in? Should we hit the music bed?
Yeah, let's get the music going.
Will you count me in?
Can you count me in?
Let me just get a timestamp going. And can you just beatbox me in? You want to do that?
That is not happening.
All right, we'll go in 3, 2, 1.